With you over here at 13 million euros. At 13 million euros, are we coming in the room? At 13 million euros. I say the room. This is the first time I've done an open-air auctioneer. At 13 million euros. At 13 million euros. Are we coming in, sir? Are we coming in? At 13 million euros. It's not yours. It's still with Tracy on the phone. Can I tempt you? It's at 13 on this side, not yours in the room. It's over here. 13,750,000, ahead of you now, at 13,750,000 euros, with Daniel on the phones over here. Imagining the cycling there, sir. The routes around the Saint-Jean-de-Cap-Ferrat. Some good biking there. Can I tempt you? At 13,750,000 then, still on the phones, not yours in the room. At 13,750,000. A magnet for many of the 20th century's great artists. A crown jewel of the French Riviera. Imagine yourself in that infinity pool, looking at the blue sky, the unique light that captivated Monet and Matisse. 14 million, thank you. It's over here now at 14 million euros. At 14 million euros, all on the phones, not in the room. At 14 million. Many great artists, Francis Bacon, not to be forgotten. Attracted more by the casinos of Monte Carlo, I suspect, than the light. At 14 million euros. Louise, do you have any clients for this? Some locals. At 14 million euros. 15 million, who's got it? 15 million. New place, all on the phones at 15 million euros. Are we bidding up front? Was that a bid, sir? At 15 million euros. Gentlemen, Your Excellencies, at 15 million euros. It's all over here. It's not yours, madam. At 15 million euros. It could be. At 15 million euros. We're here on the phones then, at 15 million euros. Still with Kiri. Tracy, we coming back in? Thinking about it? Is it a maybe? At 15 million euros then, with Kiri's telephone. The highest of 4 phone bidders. Daniel, we coming back in? At 15 million euros, and I can sell at 15 million. Tracy's out. At 15 million euros, are we sure? Fair warning then. Daniel, give me a sign. Danny, are we out? At 15 million euros, it's on this side, with Kiri's bidder. Last chance and fair warning, at 15 million euros. Sold, 15 million. Thank you very much, Kiri. Paddle 0425. Many congratulations. Please thank your bidders. That takes us on to lot number 2, showing here on the screens behind me. This is the architectural marvel by Zaha Hadid in Graz, Austria, a rare investment opportunity with Argos and a masterpiece conceived by legendary designer Zaha Hadid in the heart of Graz. Austria's acclaimed cultural capital, the fully operational boutique apart hotel represents a convergence of iconic design, prime location, and proven hospitality success. 21 service apartments managed by the prestigious Lime Home ensure stable and reliable revenue streams, while 3 fully leased retail units enhance the investment returns. The crown jewel, a spectacular penthouse with breathtaking views, offers flexible potential as either a private residence or premium rental opportunity. Spanning approximately 1,942 square meters within a UNESCO World Heritage City renowned for cultural sophistication and gastronomic excellence. This distinguished asset presents the discerning investor with immediate returns and unparalleled prestige in one of Central Europe's most elegant destinations. Listed with Nicolas Gira and Ferdinand Hagsteiner of Austria Sotheby's International Realty. I can open this at 4 million euros, at 4 million euros, 4 million 5, at 4,500,000 euros, at 4 million 5, at 4,500,000 only, at 4.5. 5 million, thank you, Tracy. Over here on the phone then, with Tracy at 5 million euros. At 5 million. Any advance in the room? at 5 million euros. Is that bidding at the back? At 5 million euros. Online, are we coming in? With Tracy's phone then, at 5 million euros. Should we bid, sir? It's here, it's not yours. 6.5 million. I like it. A jump bid at 6,500,000 euros. At 6,500,000. 7 million I have here. At 7 million euros. A stone throw from Kunsthaus in Graz, one of Europe's foremost contemporary art institutions. 7 million, it's against you. It's with me at 7 million. 7.5 then. At 7.5, Kiri, tell me, what are we doing? 8 million. At 8 million euros. Maybe you prefer this one, sir. 8.5. At 8 million 5. Pierre, are we coming in? 9 million then. At 9 million euros. At 9 million. Think about the penthouse. 9.5 then at 9,500,000 euros. At 9.5 at 10. Are we all done? At 10 million euros. Fair warning then. At 10 million euros. Bidding closed. The high bid will be under consideration. That is the end of my short session as auctioneer this evening. Please do join us for the year-end auction of Sotheby's Concierge in New York, which takes place on the 17th of December. And with that, we conclude the first sale this evening. If I may just make a short announcement, the following auctions taking place will be Sotheby's handbags, jewellery, and watches. If you are not registered to bid in these sales, we ask you kindly to relocate to the back of the room for the bidders to join. Thank you very much, Your Royal Highnesses, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. This has been great fun and a great privilege to take the sale tonight. Thank you very much.
Royal Highnesses, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the St. Regis in Abu Dhabi. My name is Paul Redmayne, and I will be your auctioneer for Le Voyageur, Jane Birkin's handbag. This is the second auction of our Collectors Week series, presented in collaboration with Abu Dhabi Retail and the Abu Dhabi Investment Office. We also welcome our online bidders joining us from around the world on Sotheby's.com. Before we begin, a few announcements. As noted in our conditions of business for buyers, everything is sold under the authenticity guarantee and on an as-is basis. Buyer's premium will be added to the hammer price of each lot offered, and applicable sales tax will be due on the aggregate of the two figures as part of the total purchase price payable, unless you are exempt from these by law. Please refer to our conditions of business for our full terms of sale. After the sale, please contact post-sale services to arrange for payment and property release. And now, Your Royal Highnesses, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the Birkin Voyageur, which once belonged to Jane Birkin and was one of the 5 bags that were gifted to her by Hermes. She wore this bag between 2003 and 2007, before donating it to a charity auction in Paris in 2007. The bag bears exceptional features, including a personal note handwritten on the inner lining by Jane Birkin, as well as a freehand drawing, a true testimony to her love for the bag and her creativity. Your Royal Highnesses, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this might be the last chance to own a bag with such iconic provenance. It is a collector's piece, an iconic piece. In short, it is a piece of fashion history. With that, let's open the bidding on lot 201. Jane Birkin's Birkin Voyageur. We can open the bidding, ladies and gentlemen, at $150,000. $150,000, $180,000. I have 180, 190,000, 190,000, 200,000. Thank you. I have 200,000. 220. Thank you. 220. 260. Sorry, 240. 240. I see you, madam. It's not with you, madam. It's behind you. $240,000. 240,000. 260,000. Thank you, Katia. We're on the telephones. 260,000 with Katia. 260. 280. Thank you, madam. Not with you, Katia. Back in the room, lady seat at the front. $280,000. 300,000. Thank you, Katia. 300,000. 300,000. It's with Katia on the telephone here to my left. Here in Abu Dhabi, $300,000. Would you like one more, madam? Are you quite sure? 320 online. I've taken 320,000 online. Not with you, Katia. It's with my online bidder. 320,000. 320. 340. Thank you, Katia. 340. We'll go up in 20s. 340. 360 would be next. 340,000 with Katia. 360,000. I see you, madam. Thank you. 360. 380 is next. New place. 360,000. Seated at the back. 360,000. 360. 380. Thank you, Katia. 380,000. Back with Katia. $380,000. $400,000. Have 400,000 is bid. 400,000. Not with you, Katia. Not with you, madam. 400,000. 420. Thank you, Katia. 420. 420. It's with Katia. It's not with you online. It's not with you. 420 with Katia. $420,000. $420,000. 440 is next. We're at $420,000. 450, even better. Thank you, Micah. New place, 450,000. What say you online? 450,000 here in Abu Dhabi, next to the beach. 450,000. 450. 480. Thank you, Katia. 480,000. 480. 480,000. Online. Would you like to come back in? Here in Abu Dhabi, 480,000. 500,000. Thank you. Thank you, Maiko. 500,000. $500,000 for the Voyageurs with Maiko. Here in Abu Dhabi, 500,000. 550. Thank you, Katia. 550. Confidently back. 550,000. Here to my left. Maiko, over to you. It's with Katia. $550,000. $600, worth the wait. Thank you. 600,000. We're up to 600,000 now. $600,000. 650. Thank you, Katia. Straight back. 650. All the action to my left. 650 with Katia. $650,000 for the second of Jane Birkin's 5 bags. $650,000. Maiko, I feel like it's over to you. It's with Katia. 650,000, 700,000, thank you. $700,000. 700,000. The tennis match is playing out over here. 700,000 with Maiko's bidder. 750. Thank you, Katia. $750,000. $750,000. 800. $800,000. It's with Maiko, back with you. Katia. 850, thank you. $850,000, ladies and gentlemen. 850 with Katia. All the action on the phones. $850,000. Maiko, what do we do? We bid. Thank you. 900,000. $900,000. Back with Maiko's phone bidder. $900,000. 900. 950. Thank you, Katia. 950. $950,000. Here in Abu Dhabi. $950,000. Maiko, $1 million. Thank you. Thank you, bidders. $1 million, ladies and gentlemen. $1 million with Maiko's telephone bidder. Katia. $1 million would be next. $1 million. We're at $1 million. $1 million would be next. $1 million. Thank you. Michael, $1 million would be next. Thank you, Katia. $1,100,000. $1,200,000. Thank you. $1,200,000. Back with Michael. $1,200,000. $1,200,000. $1,300,000. Thank you, Katia. A war of attrition. $1,300,000 with Katia. It's not with you, Maiko, it's with Katia. $1,300,000. $1,400,000. Thank you. $1,400,000. $1,400,000. $1,005,000. $1,005,000. Thank you, Katia. $1,005,000. $1.5 million for the Birkin Voyageur. Maiko, we've been here before. $1,005,000. $1,006,000. Thank you. $1,006,000. $1,006,000. 1,700,000. Thank you, Katia. 1,700,000. 1,700,000 with Katia. Back to you, Maiko. Unless someone else would like to come in. 1,700,000 with Katia. 1,800,000 with Maiko. 1,800,000. It's Maiko's bid. $1,009,000. Thank you, Katia. $1,900,000. $1,009,000 is bid for the Birkin. $1,009,000 with Katia. Maiko, are you taking us there? 1,900,000. It's Katia's bid here in Abu Dhabi. 1,900,000 with Katia. 1,900,000. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. 1,900,000. $2 million. $2 million, ladies and gentlemen. Maiko's bid. $2 million. Thank you. $2 million. 2.2 is next, Katia. 2,200,000. I'm happy to take 2-1 if you wish. I will take 2-1. We're at $2 million. I will take 2-1. 2-1, thank you. 2-1. 2-2 is next, Maiko. Thank you, Katia. 2,100,000. Maiko, 2-2 would be next. $2,100,000. $2,002,000. Thank you, Maiko. $2,002,000 with Maiko. Katia, back to you. $2,200,000 with Maiko. 2-3 with pleasure. Thank you. 2,300,000 here with Katia's telephone bidder. 2,300,000. Are we quite sure? Maiko, a sign we haven't seen. 2,300,000. Are you quite sure? No regrets. Last chance to earn this iconic handbag. Are we all done then? Are we all done, ladies and gentlemen? At $2,300,000. Last chance, fair warning, sold. Thank you, Katia. Thank your bidders. Thank you, Maiko. Thank your phone bidder. Paddle 0799. Thank you.
Good evening, Your Royal Highnesses, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sotheby's at the St. Regis in Abu Dhabi. My name is Quick Bruning, and I'll be your auctioneer for our inaugural jewels and watches sale here in Abu Dhabi. Precision and brilliance, prestigious jewels and watches from an important private collection. The third auction of our Collectors Week series, presented in collaboration with Abu Dhabi Retail and the Abu Dhabi Investment Office. We also welcome our online bidders joining us from around the world on Sotheby's.com. Your bids will appear on the screens in front of me. As noted in our conditions of business for buyers, everything is sold under the authenticity guarantee and on an as-is basis. Buyer's premium will be added to the hammer price of each lot offered, and applicable sales tax will be due on the aggregate of the two figures as part of the total purchase price payable, unless you're exempt from these by law. Please refer to our conditions of business for our full terms of sale. After the sale, please contact post-sale services to arrange for payment and property release. For those intending to bid, please refer to the online sale catalog for further information on lots with guarantees and irrevocable bids. And with that, we will begin our first lot of jewelry being sold here in Abu Dhabi, lot 301, the natural pearl and diamond pendant. And I'll start here already with interest at $1,005, $1,006, $1,007, $1,800, $1,900, $2,000, $2,200 here already, here with me at $2,200 here in the book at $2,200. At $2,004, gentlemen's bid in the rear of the room, I see you. At $2,004, standing. At $2,004, I'm out. It's your bid, sir, at $2,400. At $2,004, who would say $2,600? At $2,400, it's a gentleman's bid in the rear of the room. I have $2,600 online ahead of you. Shall we try again? At $2,008 is bid. Standing at $2,800 at $2,800. Not yours online. Here in the room. Out here in beautiful Abu Dhabi at $2,800. Say 3. At $2,800, it is yours, sir. At $2,008, should we say any more? At $2,800, but here in Abu Dhabi, and we're selling against you online. Not yet. $3,000 ahead of you, sir. Should we try one more? You will. $3,200 is bid straight away in the room. Against you online. Here at $3,200. Let's try again. At $3,200, it's yours, sir. At $3,200. At $3,200, should we say any more? At $3,200, but it is yours, and we're selling in the room at $3,200. Sold $3,200. May I see your paddle one more time, please? Paddle 1032. Thank you very much. Lot 302. This lovely ruby and diamond ring, and again, we have interest here, starting at 25, at 28,000, at 28,000 here with me, at 28,000. Shall we say 30? At 28,000. At 28,000. 30,000 is bid. 32 already ahead of that, though. At 32,000 here in the book with me. At 32. At $32,000 here in the book. At 32,000 left in advance of the sale. Should we try 35? At $32,000, bid is here with me, and we're selling to our absentee bidder. Fair warning in the room and on the phones. At $32,000. Sold $32,000 to paddle 166. Lot 303 now. Van Cleef & Arpels ruby and diamond bracelet. We'll start here once again with interest at 10,000. At 10,000, should we say 11? At 10,000, 11,000, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have 15,000 ahead. Would you like 16, madam? 16,000 in the room is bid at 16,000. Not yours online. Here in the room at 16. At 16,000, and I'm out. It's the ladies' bid on the aisle. 17,000 I have ahead of you, madam. Would you like 18? 18,000 is bid at 18,000. At 18,000 in the room, ahead of you online and on the phones. At 19,000 now, ahead of you all. At 19. Shall we say 20? We will. 20,000 is bid. In the room at 20,000. Not yours online. At 20,000 in the room. At 20,000. It's your bid, madam. At 20. Should we try 22? At 20,000. It's the ladies' bid. Andres. 22. Ahead of you. At 22,000 on the telephone, madam. Would you like 25? Are we sure? At 22,000, it's with Andres on the phone. Andres White, last chance in the room. At 22,000, Andres, the bid is yours. 25. In the room, my dear, ahead of you. At 25. Should we say 28? We will. 28,000 now is bid. At 28,000. You said no last time. At 28,000, it's on the phone. Should we say one more? At $28,000, Andres, the bid is with you. Head of the online bidder. It's on the phone. And we're selling against the room with Andres at $28,000. Sold 28,000 at paddle 794. Lot 304. Pair of colored diamond ear clips by Harry Winston. And I have 18, 19, 20. Would you say 22? With you, Emma, 20. At 20,000 on the phone with Emma. At 20,000 with Emma's phone. At 20. At 20,000, 22. Gentleman's bid here in front at 22. Emma, should we go again? At 22,000. The bid is yours, sir, at 22. Should we try 25? At 22,000, the bid is here, near the front, at 22. Against you online, this bid is yours. Sir, looks like we're selling to you. Fair warning, Emma, at 25 online. At 25,000. Let's put it up one more time, shall we? At 25,000, you're here, they're not. Try one more. At 25,000, the bid is online then. Looks like we've given up in the room. Emma, it's against you, and we're selling to the online bidder. Last chance. At 25,000. Sold 25,000 at paddle 276. Lot 305, the diamond necklace by Chaumet. And once again, we have interest in this. Starting here, being sold without reserve, but already $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 is bid here in the book at 10,000. At 10,000, here with me at 10. Should we try 11? We will. Ladies bid at 11,000, and I'm out. It's your bid, madam, at 11. At $11,000 here in the room at 11,000. At 11,000, it's the ladies bid. Nicolette, would you like 12? I have 12 online ahead of you, though. It's not yours, madam. It's online. Would you like one more? 13,000. Why not? At 13,000, ladies bid against you online at 13. At 13,000, it's here in the room. At $13,000, we have an advance against you online. It's a ladies bid, and we're selling here at the St. Regis in Abu Dhabi for $13,000. Madam, the bid is yours. Sold 13,000. May I see your paddle one more time, please? May I see your paddle one more time? There we go. Paddle 1030. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Paddle lot 306 now. The doppio cuore earrings by Bulgari. And once again, being sold without reserve, but interest. Already at 1,005, 8, 9, 2,000 is bid at 2,000. 2,005, 3,000. 3,500, would you like? 3,500, 4,000. Should we try again? At 4,000. 4,002 now. 4,500. 4,800, 5,000 now. At 5,000 then. At 5,000, here with me. At 5. Should we try 5,500? I will. 5,500 is bid online, and I'm out. It's your bid online at 5,500. At 5,500. Should we say 6 in the room? At $5,500, the bid is online. At 5,500. At 5,500. Any more? It's against the phones. Bid is online, and we're selling at Sotheby's.com for $5,500. Sold 5,500 to paddle 296. Lot 307, the lovely yellow sapphire and diamond pendant necklace by Cartier, and a lot of interest in this, no surprise. 18, 19, 20 at 20,000. 22, not yours, Graham. I have 2 bids here tied at 25. Who'd like to break the tie? At 25, Lady Wood. At 28,000 on the aisle. It's your bid, madam, at 28. 30,000. Mr. Thompson at 30,000. From our Dubai office at $30,000. Madam, would you like 32? We would. 32,000 ahead of you, Graham. At 35, not yet. It's 32 in the room. It's the ladies' bid at 32 online. You're welcome to 35, but right now the bid is here at the St. Regis at 32,000. At 32, should we try 35? Not yours online. It's here on the aisle at $32,000. Any more? It's a ladies' bid. 35 online ahead of you. Say one more, shall we? Bids at $35,000 to our online bidder, who's somewhere but not here, but 38,000 is bid. At 38,000, again, on the aisle at 38, ladies bid. At 38,000 online. Should we try one more? At 38,000, the ladies bid in the room has it at the moment, and looks like we're selling then, against the online bidder, and against the phones. Bids here in the aisle, selling at $38,000. Sold $38,000 to Mayor Paddle. One more time, please. 1,001, 1001. Thank you very much. Lot 308. It's the Hypnose pen and ear clips by Cartier. Very popular, and we're starting here at 15,000, at 15. 16,000 with Emma, 17 ahead of you. 18,000 with Emma, 19 ahead of you. 20,000 is Emma's bid at 20,000. And I'm out. It's your bid, Emma, on the phone at 20. At 20,000, should we say 22? At 20,000, slowing down, 22 online, ahead of you, Emma. At 22, the bid is online. Should we try 25? At 22,000, online bidder has it at 22. One more, shall we? At 22,000 only then, bid is online. I'm out. Emma, it's against you at $22,000. Should we say any more? At 22,000 then, we're selling to the online bidder. It's yours at $22,000. Sold $22,000 to paddle 731. Lot 309, the enamel and diamond ring. And again, interest in this, starting here straight away at 15,000. At 15,000, here with me. At 15, 16 with Emma. At 16,000, it's on Emma's phone. At 16. At 16. Should we say 17? 17,000, Emma ahead of you. 18,000 with Emma. On Emma's phone at 18. Should we try 19? Ahead of you online at 18,000, 19,000 is bid. And 20, straight away though on Emma's phone at 20. At $20,000 with Emma Pulaski at 20. At 20,000, soon to be the newest resident of Abu Dhabi at 20,000, ahead of you online, and we're selling on the phone. Emma, the bid is yours at $20,000. Sold $20,000 to your paddle, 702. Thank you. Lot 310. Pair of diamond pendant earrings, and interest in this already here. At 10, 11, 12,000 here with me. At 12,000, with my absentee bidder at 12,000. At 12,000, should we say 13? 13,000 with Emma, but I have 14,000 ahead of you. Emma, try again. At 14,000, 15,000 though. Back with Emma at 15. On Emma's phone at 15,000, should we say 16? Online, it's ahead of you. At $15,000 with Emma Pulaski at 15. Any more? At $15,000. It's on Emma's phone, against you online. And we're selling on the phone for $15,000. Sold $15,000 to paddle 702 once more. Thank you very much. Lot 311, the diamond bracelet, perhaps go along with it. And $30,000 starts us here with interest at 30. At 30,000, 32 though. At 32,000 is bid. At 32,000, should we say 35? 35 with Emma. On Emma's phone at 35,000. At 35,000, should we say 38 in the room? We shall, 38,000 is bid. 40,000 though, back with Emma at 40. At 40,000, ahead of you still online. At 40,000, should we try one more? At $40,000, bids on the phone with Emma. And we can sell then at $40,000. Room is quiet. Emma, bid is yours. And we're selling for $40,000. Sold $40,000 to paddle 702. Lot 312 now. The very impressive diamond necklace and a lot of interest in this. $30,000 here as a bid at 30. At 35, 40, 45, 50. At $50,000 already here with me. Online, you're welcome to bid, but I'm already at 50. Let's keep going. At 45, 48, 50,000 is bid. Thank you. At 50,000 here. In the book already at 50,000. 55 online is bid. At 55,000, it's yours online. At 55, it's 60,000 back with me. At 60,000 against you online. At 60. 65 to the online bidder, but I have 70. Let's try again. At 70,000 bids here in the book at $70,000. 75 online, and I'm out. It's your bid online at 75,000. At $75,000 to the online bidder. Mr. Thompson, should we jump in? At $75,000, the bid is online, and the book is clear. At $75,000, any more? At $75,000 online, the bid is yours. Looks like we're selling. Fair warning in the room to the online bidder at $75,000. Sold $75,000 to paddle 275, appropriately enough. Lot 313. The pair of natural pearl and diamond earrings. And once again, we have interest in this. Starting here, nasty bid at 10, 11,000. At 12,000 now. At 12,000. 13,000 with Emma. At 13. At 13,000 on Emma's phone. Shall we try 14? At 13,000. 14,000 now. 15,000. Back with Emma. At $15,000 with Emma Plesky. At 15. Andres, should we say 16? We will. 16,000 with Andres' bid at 16. Emma ahead of you. 17,000 with Emma. At 17. Andres is ahead of you. 18,000. Back with Andres at 18,000. At 18,000. Andres, the bid is yours. Emma, are we all done? At 18,000 then. The room is quiet. Should we say one more? At 18,000, Andres, the bid is with you, and we're selling ahead of the room, ahead of you online. At $18,000. Sold 18,000 to paddle 783. Thank you. Lot 314. This lovely diamond brooch by Cartier, being sold without reserve. Nonetheless, quite a bit of interest. 1, 2, 3, 4. $5,000 already here is bid at 5. At 5,000. At 5,000. Advanced bids all at 5,000. Should we say 5, 5? At 5,000. And 5. 6,000 with me. And 5. 7,000 with me. And 5, 8,000 here, still with me at 8,000. And 5, 9,000 with me, ahead of you, Josh, at 9,000. At $9,000 bids here with me, not yours online, at 9. At $9,000. And 5, 10,000 though, back here with me. Still here in the book at 10,000. At $10,000 then bids here with me at 10. Should we say any more? At $10,000 then bids here, and we're selling in the book. Fair warning to you online at $10,000. Last chance at 10. Sold 10,000 to paddle number 718. Lot 315 now. Very impressive. Emerald and diamond ring by Cartier. And where should we start the bidding? How about 180,000 here with our absentee bidder at 180? At 180,000. 190, gentleman's bid at 190. At 190,000. 200 with Emma, sure. At 200,000, Emma Plesky's phone at 200,000. Should we say 225, gentlemen? At 225, gentleman's bid at 225. At 250, I have here with me ahead of you all. 275, I have with Emma first. Let's try again. At 275 on Emma's phone. Should we try 300? Just one more. 300,000 with Milab. Not yours, Josh. Milab had it first at 300. Who would like 320? Emma, should we say 320? It's Milab's phone at 300,000. Mr. Pullen, 320,000. Global head of luxury at $320,000. Gentlemen, should we try again? At 320,000. Milab, shall we come back in? I will take 330. I don't see why not. 330,000. Josh, I would take 10,000 from you as well. It's Milab's at 330,000. 340 be next if you'd like it. At 340,000 with Josh Pullen at 340. Milab. Let's try again, shall we? 350 is bid. At 350,000. At 350. 360 with Josh. At 360. 370. Back on Milab's phone at 370. Mr. Pullen, shall we say 380? We will. 380,000 with Josh at 380. At 380. How about even 400, Milab? Take your time. We have nowhere to go. At 380,000 with Josh. At 380. Milab. Should we say another one? 400? I tried. 390,000 with Milab. Josh, I'd love to hear 400 from you. At 390 with Milab. It's ahead of you as well online at 390,000 on Milab's phone. Are we sure? At 390 then, Milab, the bid is yours. Josh, last chance. Are we letting it go? At 390,000 Mila. The bid is yours, and we're selling ahead of the room as well for $390,000 Mila. Last chance, Josh. Sold 390,000. The paddle's 798. Congratulations. Lot 316 now, the pair of diamond ear clips by Cartier. And once again, we have interest in this at $15,000 here with me at 15. At 15,000. At 15,000, then 16,000, 17,000 ahead of you online at 17,000 with me. 18,000 I have with Emma at 18. 19,000, 20,000 I have with Emma, but I have 22 online ahead of you. 25 now, competing online bids at 25. Online bids all now at Sotheby's.com at 25,000. Emma, would you like 28? At 25,000, the bid is online at 25. At 25,000. Should we try one more? At 25,000 online, the bid is yours, and I'm out. At 25,000 to our top online bidder, if you have any advance, it is online, and we're selling to you at $25,000. Fair warning, Emma, at 25 online. Sold 25,000 to paddle 785. Lot 317. It's lovely Art Deco Van Cleef and Arpels diamond brooch being sold once again without reserve, but a lot of interest at $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10,000 already is bid at 10,000. At 10,000, the bid's here with me at 10. Shall we try 11? 11,000 with Andres. 12,000 with me. Try again. At 11,000 with Andres' phone. At 11, excuse me, 12 with me. 13 now. Back with Andres at 13. At 13,000, it's yours, Andres, at 13, and I'm out. It's with you on the phone at 13,000. Who'd like 14? At 13,000, Andres, but it's with you. Online, should we try one more? You're bidding, sir. Answer is waving hello. 13,000, Andres, the bid is yours, and we're selling on the phone with you. Last chance at $13,000. Sold 13,000, the paddle 794. Lot 318, lovely rock crystal and diamond brooch by Boivin. Being sold out reserve, but nonetheless with interest. Starting already at 8,000, 9, 10, 11, and 12,000 here is bid with me at 12. At 12,000 here in the book at 12,000. She'll be, hello, Mr. Redmayne. 13,000 is yours, but 14,000 with me. Try again. 15, 16, ahead of you all with me at 16. Not yours, Paul, not yours online. 17, you can both have it because I have 18 ahead of you. At 18,000 here with me, ahead of you, Paul, and the online bidder at 18. 19,000 online first. At 19,000, the bid is online. The good news, I'm out, and I have 20 competing online bids. Paul, come on, get in there more quickly. Let's go. At 20,000. At 20,000, the bid's online. 22. Competing online bids still at 22,000. Mr. Redmayne, would you like 25? At 22,000, the bid is online. Paul, one more. Are we sure? At $22,000, it is yours online. Paul, yes or no? Looks like the answer is no. Online, then the bid is yours, and we're selling to their top online bidder at $22,000. Fair warning to the room. Sold 22,000 to paddle 785. Lot 319, the Cartier diamond wristwatch. This from 1958, and we have interest in this already here at 18, 19, 20, 22,000 is bid. At 20, excuse me, 35,000, sir. The bid's yours. It's yours at 35,000, and I'm out. Bid's on the, in the room at 35,000. I like that bid. 35,000 is yours at 35. Let's cut straight to the chase. Who'd like 38? I have 38 online, sir, ahead of you. Let's try again. 40. Why not? At 40,000. Gentleman's bid in the room at 40. Not yours online at 40,000. At 40,000, 42. Back online. You can pretty much say whatever you want as long as it's more than 42. 45 is a great bid. At 45,000, gentleman's bid at 45. It's yours, sir, at 45. Online, not yours. At 45,000. It's in the room. It's yours at 45,000. Online, should we try 48? At 45, 48 ahead of you. And 50. I have competing online bidders now at 50,000. What shall we say? Is that waving because you want to bid one more? I'm sure it is. At 50,000, the bid's online. Try again. This whole room is waiting for you. At $50,000, but it's online. Last chance. At $50,000 to our top online bidder. It's ahead of the room. Fair warning then. And we're selling to you online. It is not yours, sir. At $50,000. Last chance in the room. You've created some nice drama. Should we say 55? 50,000. Sold to you online for $50,000. Paddle 731. Lot 320 now. The Golden Obsidian Cufflinks by Taba. Being sold out reserve, but already we're at $800, $900, $1,000 here. I've tied bids at $1,000. At $1,000, bids are here. Tied, who'd like to break the tie? At $1,000. At $1,000, should we say 1,100? At 1,100 online, it's yours. At 1,001 and I'm out. At $1,100 for our online bidder. Should we try any more? At 1,100? Fair warning then, we're selling to you online at $1,100. Sold 1-1 to paddle 731. Lot 321, the first of several watches we'll be offering. This is the Omega Seamaster from 2024, and quite a bit of interest in this already at 5,005, 6,000 is bid. At $6,000 here with me in the book at 6,000. Who will say 6,500? At 6,005, 7,000 though, back here with me. At 7,000 here in the book at 7,500 and 8, 5 and 9, 5 and 10,000 already here with me. Ahead of you, Alex, at 10,000, but it's here with me at 10. At 10,000, should we try one more? At 10,000, but it's here with me in the book. Mr. Branchik, would you like 11? At $10,000, then ahead of the room, ahead of you online, and we're selling here at $10,000. Sold 10,000 to paddle 718. Lot 322, the Tudor now, Marine Nationale from 2023. An interest in this no reserve lot at 1,000. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've tied bids at 2,000. At 2,000 here with me, who would like to break the tie? 2,002. Ladies bid, right in front. At 2,002. The book is clear. It's your bid, madam, at 2,200. At 2,005, gentleman's bid. Not yours online. Here at St. Regis first at 2,005. Madam, should we try again? 2,008. Ladies bid at 2,800 right here in front. Should we say 3? We will. 3,000. One more. And 2. Ahead of you, sir, 3,002. Are we sure? Is that a yes bid? One more? We have 3,002. Ladies bid? Should we let her have it then? At 3,200, right here in the front row, against you, sir, against you online. At $3,200, it's here. Madam, it's yours. At $3,200. Sold 3,002 to paddle 1039. Congratulations. I'm very happy for you. Lot 323 now, which will come up here shortly, I'm sure. No problem. It's a beautiful evening. It's 323 now. The next Tudor, this from 1975. And again, we have interest in this already here. No reserve lot, but 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,000 is bid here with me at 14, 15,000, 16,000, back with me. Say 17, 17, 18. Try again. 19, 20. Come on, let's keep going. At 20,000, bids here with me. It is not yours, sir, at 20,000. You want one more? Let's try 22, shall we? 21, okay. 21,000 is bid. It's a gentleman's bid in the room at 21. At 21,000 in the room, should we say 22? At 21,000 here at the St. Regis. It's a beautiful evening for our inaugural sale. At 21,000, Mr. Branchik, are we sure? At 21,000, the bid is yours, sir. On my left, should we say one more? At $21,000 in, bid's yours in the room against you online. And we're selling at 21,022 online. You could have had that. At 22,000, the bid is online. It's not yours, sir, at 22,000. Are we sure we're all done? At 22 then, online bidder has it. Looks like that's going to do it, and we're selling to you online. Fair warning then, online at $22,000. Sold $22,000 to paddle 117. Congratulations. Almost, but there's more. Don't worry. Lot 324, perhaps this one. The next Tudor, the Platinum Jubilee, and we'll start here with interest at 8,005, 9, 10, 11, 12 with me. 13,000, I have 13,000 on my right at 13,000 in the middle at 13. The book is clear. Mr. Branchick, should we say 14? I have 13,000 here in the room. It's your bid, sir, at 13. At 13,000. Try again, shall we? 13,000 now. 14. At 14,000. It's your bid, sir, at 14,000. I have 15,000, not online. 14,000 in the room. Thank you. At 14,000 in the room. Let's give the online bidder a chance to get 15. It's yours at 14. At 14. Online. Should we like 15? At 14,000, it's the gentleman's bid at 14. 15,000. Competing bids in the room now. 16,000, those bid ahead of you. That's 16. It's a gentleman's bid. One more. That's 16,000. Right smack dab in the middle of the room. Should we say any more? At $16,000. Sir, the bid is yours. And we are in time. 17. Are we sure? Always a bridesmaid, it would seem. 17,000 then is bid. Looks like it's going to do it. And we're selling on my left at $17,000. Sold, 17,000. May I see your paddle one more time, please? Paddle 1004. Thank you and congratulations. Lot 325. It's lovely. Desk clock by Cartier from 1915. Perfect adornment for anybody's desk, frankly. And we'll start the bidding here with interest at $30,000 here with me, and 32 at 32,000. 35, Mr. Branchick at 35,000 with Alex. Should we say 38 at 35,000 on Alex's phone? 38 with Louise. 40,000 with Alex, so ahead of you. Not yours online with Alex at 40,000. Louise. Should we say 42? At $40,000, bids with Alex Branchick at 40. Not yours online. Not yours, Louise. Should we try one more? At 40,000 with Alex. Any more? Are we sure? At $40,000 then, Mr. Branchick, bid is yours at $40,000 ahead of you online as well. Fair warning, Louise, and we're selling on Alex's phone at $40,000 ahead of the room as well. It's with you, Alex, at 40,000. Sold 40,000 to paddle 718. Congratulations. Lot 326. It's exceptional. Red Roses, Patek Philippe, in collaboration with Baccarat from 2012. And we'll start the bidding here at $75,000. At 75. At 75,000. At 75,000. I have 80,000 online at 80. 85 online as well. Competing is now at 85,000 with the online bidder. 90,000 with Mr. Branchick. Not yours online at 90 with Alex. At 90,000. Should we try 95 online? At 90,000 with Alex. 95 online. 100,000. Mr. Branchick, the bid is yours at 100. At 100,000 online. Should we try again? At 100,000 with you, Alex, at 100. Online. Should we say 110? At $100,000 with Alex. Should we try one more then? At $100,000, Alex, that is yours. Looks like we're selling then, once again, on your phone, not yours online. 110 to our online bidder. Alex, do we like 120? At 110,000 online, the bid is yours then. Looks like that's going to do it ahead of you, Alex, ahead of the room. And we're selling at 110,000 to our online bidder. In time, 120. Just in time at 120,000. Creating some suspense here at 120. We have competing online bids now at 120,000. Our second online bidder at 120. It is with one online bidder, but not the other. At 120,000 then. Should we try one more? At 120,000 to our current top online bidder. The hammer's coming up one more time at $120,000. Sold 120,000 to paddle 717. Lot 327 now. The paddock 5711. Please note this is from circa 2018 and not as previously stated, whatever that might have been. And we'll start the bidding here once more with a lot of interest. At 50, 60, 60,000, 65,000 is bid. 70,000. I've tied bids at 75. Mr. Branchick, would you like to break the tie? 80,000. I have ahead of you, sir. 85. Would you like it? It's yours in the room at 85. Not yours, Fred. In the room first at 85. At 85. It's yours at 85. You can bid against yourself if you like, but you don't have to. 90,000 I have online. And 95. Competing online bids now at 95,000. Who'd like 100? You would. 100,000 now in the room at 100. At 100,000, bids yours at 100. Should we say 110? At 100,000 then to our top online bidder. Frédéric, on revient? At 100,000 then in the room against you online. At $100,000. Should we try one more? Mr. Branchick, are we sure we're out? At 100,000 then, it's a gentleman's bid, and we're selling at $100,000. Sold 100,000 to 2335. Congratulations. Lot 328 is next. The $20 Liberty coin, Patek Philippe watch from 1963. And we'll start the bidding here at $20,000 with me at 20,000 and 22 is bid at 22. At 22,000. 25 with Alex though at 25,000. At 25,000 on Alex's phone at 25. Shall we say 28? At 25,000. 28, Alex, I have ahead of you. At 28,000 online, but I have 30,000 with you, Alex, at 30. At 30,000. Not yours online. It's with Mr. Branchick at 30,000. Try again online. At 30,000. Not yours. Here in the room at 30, but you are welcome to 32. It's yours, Alex, at 30,000. Try one more. At $30,000 with Alex against the online bidder. The room is quiet. Alex, bid is yours. And we're selling against you online. Bids on the phone. Alex Branchick at $30,000. Sold, Alex, 30,000. Paddle 718, thank you. Lot 329. Back to the jewel, shall we? The Marshak cigarette case. We'll start the bidding here at 9,095. At 9,500. At 10,000 with Emma now. At 10,000 on Emma's phone. At 10, should we say 11? At 10,000. Emma, you're bidding itself yet. Online is 11. Should we say 12? It's 11,000 online, Emma, ahead of you. It's 12,000 now on Emma's phone at 12. At 12,000 online, should we say 13? At $12,000 bids with Emma, I have 13,000 online though. Ahead of you, Emma. Would you like 14? Bids online at 13,000. At 13,000, then any more? It's against you, Emma. Bids online. Fair warning then. Indeed, Mr. Redmayne, 14,000. At the end of the phone bank, bidding sir at 14,000. Online, ahead of you, at 14 with Paul. But 15, straight away back to the online bidder. It's online, 16,000 with Paul. At 16,000, Mr. Redmayne. 20,000, I love that bid. Well done, Milop, at 20,000. At 22, back with Paul at 22. At 22. Milop, what shall we say? 25 is bid, with Milop at 25. Paul, are we sure? One more. At 25,000, then the bids with Milop, and looks like we're selling at $25,000 to you, sir. At 25,000. Sold 25,000 to paddle 795. Congratulations. Lot 330. It's lovely Cartier citrine and diamond brooch. Now we'll start the bidding once again with interest here at 10,000. At 10,000, 11,000, 12,000 ahead of you though, Emma. 13,000 on Emma's phone at 13. At 13, should we say 14? I have 14,000 online, but 15,000 straight away with Emma Pulaski at 15 online. 16,000 in the room, gentleman's bid at 16. Emma, 17 ahead of you, sir. Would you like 18? At 17,000 to the online bidder. It is not yours, sir. Bids online. 18,000. At 18,000. At 18,000, gentleman's bid against you online, but 19,000 straight away to our online bidder. Would you like 20? At 19,000, the bid is online. Should we try one more? Are we sure? At 19,000 to our online bidders against you in the room, and we're selling to the online bidder. Fair warning, Emma ahead of you as well, at $19,000. Bids online and selling at 19,000. Sold 19,000 to paddle 763. Congratulations online, lot 331. The Verdura Diamond X ring. And the bidding will start here at 85,000, at 85. 90,000 on Emma's phone at 90. At 90,000, bids with Emma at 90. On the phone with Emma at 90,000. Should we say 95? At $90,000 on Emma's phone, 95. 100. Straight away with Emma at 100,000. At 100. 110. 120. Back with Emma at 120,000. Should we try one more? At 120,000, bids with Emma ahead of the room at $120,000. Any advance? Bids on Emma's phone. Looks like we're selling it then at $120,000. Fair warning to you online at 120. Sold 120,000 to paddle 702. Lot 332. The much admired Ponter Massay Cartier watch. And we'll start the bidding here at 80,000. At 80,000. Who'd say 85? At $80,000 then. At 80,000. 80,000 then. 85. 90,000 with Emma. At 90 on Emma's phone. At 90. At $90,000. 95 I have online, but 100 with Emma is taken at 100,000. At 100,000, not yours online. With Emma Plesky at 100,000. Nicolette, should we try 110? 110 with Carl. Emma, you're out, are we? At 110. At 110,000 on Carl's phone. Emma, any more? At $110,000 with Carl Chen. At 110, ahead of you online. Nicolette, should we try one more? At 110,000, it is not yours online. Bids with Carl. And we're slowing down. Should we say one more? At $110,000, Carl, the bid is yours. Fair warning then, against you in the room, with Carl and selling at $110,000. Sold 110,000 to paddle 724. Congratulations. Lot 333, the pair of colored diamond and diamond ear clips, the pinks and greens, and we'll start here with interest at 75,000. At 75,000. 80,000 with Emma now at 80. It's on Emma's phone. 85. Ladies bid. 90. 95. 100. 110. At 110,000. So ladies bid at 110. 120,000 online, madam, ahead of you. Une fois de plus. At 120,000, the bid is online ahead of the room at 120. 130, Andres, I have in the room ahead of you at 130. So ladies bid at 130,000. At 130, not yours online. 140,000 with Andres at 140. At 140,000. Should we say 150? 150,000. At 150. It is not yours, Andres. It is yours at 160,000. Should we try again? At $160,000. Any more? 165 I have. At 165 in the room. Ahead of you, Andres. Ahead of you, Graham. At 165,000. It's a gentleman's bid now at 165. At 165,000. Should we try 170? At $165,000. Andres, Graham, yes or no? At 170. try again, shall we? At 170, are we sure? That's another $5,000 amongst friends. At 170,000 on the telephone with Andres. 175, shall we? At 170 then, Andres, if it is yours, looks like we're selling at $170,000. Fair warning in the room and against you online, Andres, if it is yours, at $170,000. Sold 170,000 to paddle 783. Congratulations. Lot 334. It's the diamond ring by Bulgari. And $60,000 here as a bid of 60, 65,000, 70,000 with Emma already at 70. At 70,000, should we try 75? At 70,000 then. At 70,000 on Emma's phone at 70. At 70,000, 75. 80,000 with Emma though, at 80. At $80,000. Straight away with Emma at 80. Should we try 85 online? It's with Emma Plesky at 80,000. Would you like one more? At $80,000. Emma, that is yours. At 80,000 against the room, against you online. Looks like we're selling then on Emma's phone for $80,000 with Emma against you online at 80,000. Sold 80,000. Ms. Pileski 4702. 335. See natural pearl and diamond bracelet by Cartier, and interest has it straight away here at 18, 19,000 already at 19,000. 20,000. Gentlemen's bid. I have 22 ahead of you though. At 22. 25,000 here in the room at 25,000, and I'm out. It's your bid, sir, at 25. Should we say 28? At 25,000, it's the gentleman's bid at 25. Should try one more. At 25,000, bids here in the room against you online. Looks like we're quieting down. At $25,000, Nicolette, would you like 28? Looks like the answer is no. Sir, the bid is yours, and we're selling right here in the middle of the room at $25,000. Gentleman's bid. Yes, Mr. Redmayne. It's the advantage of being here. You don't have to worry about getting somebody on the phone. 28. You want to make him wait? We can make him wait. At 28,000 on Paul's phone. One more? Are we sure? At 28,000, then Mr. Redmayne looks like that connection was worth waiting for. At $28,000, fair warning in the room. At 28,000 with you, Paul, and we're selling. Sold 28,000. Paul, paddle 785. Lot 336. It's a lovely diamond brooch by Van Cleef & Arpels, and $28,000 here as a bid at 28. At 28,000. 30,000 with Emma now at 30. At 30,000. 32. 35. Did you say one more? At 35,000. 38. 40 with Emma. At 40. 42. Ladies bid at 42, right in the middle of the room. Would you like 45? At 42,000, it's the ladies bid here in the middle. Not yours, Emma. Carl, would you like 45? At $42,000, bids here in the room at 42. At 42,000, Carl, yes or no? Bids here in the room. Fair warning. It's the ladies bid 45. Should we try again? At 45,000. It's on Carl's phone. Are we sure? At $45,000 in Carl. Looks like that's going to do it. The bid is yours, and we're selling on your phone for $45,000. Sold 45,000 to paddle 724. Lot 337. It's the exceptional emerald and diamond ring by Boucheron, weighing 7.88 carats. And we'll start the bidding here at $200,000. At 200. At 200,000. Who would like 220? At 200,000. At 200,000. 220 is bid. 250 with Emma though. Straight away at 250,000. On Emma's phone at 250. Should we say 280? At 250,000 on Emma's phone at 250. 280 with Josh. 300 though. Straight away with Emma. At 300. Not yours, Josh. On Emma's phone at 300. At 300,000. 320 with Josh. At 320,000. Emma, ahead of you. 350 with Milot though. In time at 350. Mr. Pullen, would you like 380? At 350 with Milot. I would take 360, and Milap, I'd take 10 from you as well. At 360,000, Mr. Poland, at 360. At 360,000. Milap, would you like 370? At 360,000 with Josh. At 360, Mr. Patel. At 360 with Josh Poland. The hammer's coming up, Milap. Fair warning. At $360,000 with Josh, 370 though, in time with Milap at 370. 380. Milap, ahead of you at 380,000 with Josh. 390 would be next. At 380,000, Mr. Poland, bid is yours at 380. Milap, let's try one more, shall we? At $380,000 with Josh Poland. On Josh's phone. Milap, yes or no? At $380,000 then, the hammer's coming up, is ahead of you, Milap. At $380,000 with Josh, Milap, 390. Waiting until the last possible moment at 390. Mr. Poland, let's round it up to 400, shall we? We will. 400,000 with Josh. At 400,000. Milap. Looks like we're all done. Josh, the bid is yours. Fair warning in the room, but we're selling on Josh Poland's phone at $400,000. Fair warning. It's you, Josh, at 400. Sold 400,000 to paddle 711. Congratulations. Lot 338 now. It's lovely. Cashmere sapphire, classic cashmere sapphire, and diamond ring by Tiffany & Co. And we'll start the bidding here at 280,000. At 280. At 280,000. I have 300,000 now with Emma at 300. At 300,000. At 300. Shall we say 320? At 300,000 with Emma. All right, 320 with Josh. But straight away 350 ahead of you, Josh, with Emma at 350. At 350. 380 now, ahead of you, Josh. 400 with Emma. Emma Plesky at 400. Say 420. At 400,000 with Emma. 420 with Josh. 450 with Emma, though. Ahead of you, Josh, at 450. At 450,000, 470, you asked so nicely. Sure, Josh. At 470,000. Emma, would you like 480? It's at 470,000. Mr. Poland at 470. Are we sure? At 470,000. Josh, the bid is yours online. You're welcome to 480,000. But right now, the bid is with Josh Poland at 470,000. At $470,000 then. Josh, looks like that's going to do it. It's yours. Emma, fair warning. It's with Josh and selling at $470,000. Sold 470,000. Paddle 711. Congratulations. Next. Oh, indeed. The Desert Rose, the largest vivid orangey pink diamond in the world. And it's our pleasure to be offering this at auction here in Abu Dhabi. And we'll start the bidding at $3,800,000. $4 million with Emma. At $4 million. On Emma's phone at $4 million. 4.2. Graham. 4.5 with Emma. Emma's bid at $4,500,000. 4.8 with Graham. $5 million to Emma Pileski, but I have $5,100,000 in the book ahead of you all. At $5,100,000, the bid left before the sale at $5,100,000. Emma, shall we say $5,200,000? 5.2 with Graham. And I'm out. With Graham Thompson at $5,200,000. 5.3 with Andres at $5,300,000. At $5,300,000. At $5,300,000. 5,300,000. So we say 5,400,000. At 5,300,000. 5,400,000 now is bid. Mr. Thompson, it's yours at 5,400,000. Should we say 5,500,000? Andres. At 5,400,000 with Graham. Against you, Andres. It's on Graham's phone at 5,400,000. Should we try again? I don't see why not. $5,500,000 is bid. Andres, it's yours at 5,500,000. Mr. Thompson, what say you? At $5,500,000. $5,550,000 now is bid with Graham. Andres, I will kindly allow you to take 50 as well. 5,600,000 is bid. At 5,600,000 with Andres at 5,600,000. Graham, another 50? Indeed. 5,650,000 with Graham. At 5,650,000. Andres, it is not yours. At 5,650,000. It is with Graham Thompson, jewelry specialist here in the UAE, at 5,650,000. Should we say any more? Mila, it's ahead of you as well. In a new place, Mr. Redmayne at 5,700,000 with Paul. At 5,700,000. Andres, Graham. Another 50. 5,750,000 at 5,750,000. I'm curious what's coming next. At 5,750,000, Graham, the bid is yours at 5,750,000. Mr. Redmayne, should we try one more? At 5,750,000. You're welcome to jump into the room as well if you'd like, but right now, it's with Graham at 5,700,000. The expectation is I'm going to say yes, and of course I will. $5,775,000. Now, Graham, that was easy. 5,800,000 at 5,800,000 with Graham. Mr. Redmayne, the ball is in your court. It is 5,800,000 ahead of you. Hope he has batteries for his calculator. At 5,800,000. Do some quick math and let's make a decision, shall we? At 5,800,000, it's with Graham. It is not yours, Paul. 5,825. In case you could not hear that at home, $5,825,000 is bid with Paul Redmayne. At 5,825,000. 5,850,000 straight away though with Graham. Are we calculating again, Paul? At 5,850,000. Mr. Thompson, that's yours. Paul, at 5,850,000. You saying okay to me, my dear? It's 5,850,000 with Graham. It's 5,875 with Paul. Graham, should we say 5.9? 5.9. Without missing a beat. At 5,900,000. Graham, bid's yours. Mr. Redmayne, we're all waiting. at $5,009,000 with Graham. And 25 with Paul. $5,925,000. Graham? Should we keep going? $5,950,000. Straight away with Graham at $5,950,000. Paul, what do you say we try and even $6 million? At $5,950,000 with Graham. The whole room is waiting for you, Paul. At $5,950,000, the bid's Graham's. $6 million is bid with Paul Redmayne at $6 million. At $6 million. Paul, the bid is yours at $6 million. Graham. Now. Shall we try again? At $6 million with Paul Redmayne. At $6 million. And 50. $6,050,000 with Graham. Andres, you're welcome to come back in. But they're having a grand old time in the Dubai office there at $6,050,000. Paul, it's ahead of you at $6,050,000 with Graham. Should we try one more? I have, in a new place, online, $6,100,000. At $6,000,001 to an online bidder. And welcome to the bidding. At $6,100,000, the bid is online. At $6,000,001. Ahead of you both, gentlemen. At $6,000,001. Another 50. $6,150,000 with Graham online. The floor is yours if you'd like it. At $6,150,000 with Graham Thompson as bid. Ahead of you online and ahead of you, Paul. At $6,000,001, $6,000,002 online. Once again, ahead of you both, gentlemen on the phone, at $6,000,002. At $6,200,000. And 50 with Graham. $6,250,000 online. It's not yours. It's back on the phone. Graham Thompson, $6,250,000. Shall we say 6-3? Graham, is yours at $6,250,000. Online, it is against you. Paul, you're welcome. These calculations are taking an awfully long time. Are they using an abacus? At $6,250,000, Graham, the bid is yours online. Would you like another? 6.3 indeed. Paul is yours at $6,300,000. At $6,300,000. Graham, somehow your calculations are going much more quickly than Paul's today. At $6,300,000. With Paul, though, he has the bid, and not yours online. With Paul, it's $6,300,000. $6,350,000. Mr. Thompson, the bid is yours. At $6,350,000. At $6,350,000. Paul, I presume we're calculating again. And we did it correctly, $6,004,000. That's the right answer, at $6,004,000. Graham, online, you're all welcome back. Emma, you're welcome to jump back in too. It's been a while. At $6,004,000 with Paul. Graham, are we all done? We are not. $6,450,000 with Graham Thompson. That's $6,450,000. Paul, 6.5 is a nice round number. at 6,450,000. Graham, the bid is yours. 6,450,000. Paul, should we say one more? We shall. 6,500,000 is bid. Paul, it's yours at 6,500,000. That's 6,500,000 for the Desert Rose. Graham, you look very contemplative over there. At 6,500,000 with Paul ahead of you. It's against you as well online at 6,500,000 with Paul Redmayne. And 50. 6,550,000 with Graham. That's $6,550,000 with Graham Thompson. 6,550,000. Paul. Should we try 6,600,000? At 6,550,000. It's on Graham's phone. Paul, yes or no? 6,600,000 is bid at 6,600,000. That's 6,600,000 with Paul Redmayne. Graham. Should we try another 50? 6,650,000 is bid with Graham at 6,650,000. Paul, should we try 6,700,000? At 6,650,000 with Graham at 6,650,000. Should we try 6,700,000? It's just so tempting you couldn't resist. 6,700,000. I will resist, however, at 6,700,000 with Paul. Graham, should we try another 50? At 6,700,000, it is Paul's bid. At 6,700,000. Another 50, 6,750 with Graham at 6,750,000. Paul, should we try 6,800? At 6,750,000, it's with Graham. 6,800 straight away with Paul at 6,800,000. Graham, should we try another 50 with you? At 6,800,000 with Paul. And 50 for you, my friend. $6,850,000 now with Graham Thompson at 6,850,000. Paul, should we try 6,900,000? At 6,800,000. Now we're back to this again, I see. $6,875,000 with Paul. Graham, would you like 6,900,000? At $6,875,000. The bid is with Paul Redmayne and not you, Graham. 6,900,000 is yours. At 6,900,000 with Graham Thompson. That's 6,900,000. Indeed, 6,950 with Mr. Redmayne. Graham. Lucky number 7, I think, should be next. At 6,950, $7 million is bid. At 7 million with Graham Thompson at 7. Paul, they were clapping for Graham, not for you, I'm afraid. At 7 million. Should we try again? At 7. And 50. At 7,050,000. Paul, the bid is yours. Mr. Thompson. 7.1. Not letting go easily. At 7,100,000 with Graham. Paul, should we try again? At 7,100,000. With Graham Thompson at 7,100,000. 7,125,000 with Paul. Graham, would you like 25,000 as well? 7,125,000 with Paul is bid. Graham, one more. At 7,150,000 with Graham Thompson. 7,150,000 now with Graham. Paul, we're going to try another 25. Dare I ask for 50? At 7,150,000, the bid is with Graham Thompson. Ahead of you, Paul. At $7,150,000 on Graham's phone. At $7,150,000, are we all done, Paul? Against you online, it's with 7175. Indeed, 7175. At $7,175,000, the bid is with Paul Redmayne. Graham. Should we try 7.2? At $7,175,000 with Paul Redmayne. Graham, are we all done? It looks like we might be. At $7,175,000, bids with Paul Redmayne. Graham, yes or no? Paul, you spent so much time calculating that we can let Graham get his time. At $7,175,000, the bids with Paul Redmayne. 7.2. Once again, Paul, you're not quite getting the applause yet, but you will. At $7,200,000, Graham, the bid is yours. At $7,200,000. Paul, you should leave them all in suspense for a little bit longer. At $7,200,000. That's very sweet. It looks like then the Desert Rose is going to Graham Thompson, against you online, against the rest of the phones, after a protracted bidding war, the highest price ever paid for a vivid orangey pink diamond, or any orangey pink diamond, at auction, $7,200,000. Graham, the bid's yours. Sold, $7,200,000 to paddle, $750,000. Congratulations. Paul, thank your bidder very profusely from us as well. We're not done yet. Next, the Rolex Albino, much admired from 1971. We'll start the bidding here with interest at $450,000, at $450,000, at $480,000, at $480,000, $500,000 I have with Alex at $500,000, at $500,000. Shall we say another $50,000? $550,000 with Sam, I believe, but $600,000 with Alex. And Alex's bid at $600,000. At $600,000, ahead of you, Sam, ahead of you, Fred. Qu'est-ce qu'on dit? At $650,000. Frédéric, c'est avec toi. At $650,000. At $650,000 with Fred. Alex, we try $700,000. We have Carl now at $700,000. At $700,000 with Carl. At $700,000, Carl, the bid is yours. At $750,000 with Fred. At $750,000. Carl, should we jump in again? It's Fred's bid at $750,000. At $750,000. At $750,000 with Fred. Carl, you want one more? At $750,000, the bid's with Fred, against you, Sam, and against you, Carl. Should we say any more? At $750,000, it's with Fred. Looks like we're selling then. Against you, Carl. Yes or no? At $750,000, Fred, the bid is yours. Carl, would you like one more? At $750,000, the bid's with Fred. The hammer's up, Carl. Last chance. At $750,000. Sold, $750,000 to paddle, $723,000. Lot 341, the Patek Philippe, the 5951P from 2012. And some interest in this, already here straight away, at $180,000, $190,000, at $190,000, at $190,000, $200,000 with Alex, at $200,000 with Alex Branchik, at $200,000, and $20,000, 250 with Alex. At 250,000 on Alex's phone. At 250. At 250. Should we say 280? At 250,000 with Alex Branchek. At 280 with Sam. I have 300 ahead of you though. At 300. Here in the book. At 300. At 300,000. Against you, Sam. Against you, Andres. It's at 300,000 here with me. Not yours, Alex. It's at 300,000 in the book. Should we say any more? At $300,000 then, here with me, and I'm selling at $300,000. Sold 300,000 to paddle 154. And that brings us now to our last lot of this evening's inaugural Jewels and Watches sale, the Star Calibers by Patek Philippe. And we have significant interest in this. We'll start the bidding here at $7,500,000. $8 million now with Alex at $8 million. At $8 million with Alex Branchek at 8. At $8 million on Alex's phone. Should we say 8.5? At $8 million. At $8 million with Alex Branchek. At $8 million. It's Alex's phone at $8 million. Fred, are we jumping in? At $8 million. And 5. In a new place, Alex ahead of you. At $8,000,005. $9 million with Alex. At $9 million. At $9,500,000, Alex ahead of you. Should we try 10? At $10 million with Alex Branchek. At $10 million. At $10 million. It's not yours, Fred. It's to Alex at $10 million. At $10 million, visit Alex Branchek. Ahead of you, Fred. Ahead of you, Sam. Are we jumping in? At $10 million, Mr. Hines, shall we try again? At $10 million. The bid is with Alex Branchek. Against you, Fred. Against you, Sam. At $10 million, Fred, fair warning. Sam, take your time. It's a lot of money. We're at $10 million on the phone with Alex Branchek ahead of the book at $10 million. Sam, what should we try? At $10 million, what will be the second highest lot in a watches sale ever at Sotheby's. At $10 million, with Alex. Sam, yes or no? The hammer's coming up. It's time to make a decision. The bid is with Alex, and we're selling to Alex Branchek's phone. Ahead of you, Sam. It's your last chance. One of the most exceptional group of pocket watches that has ever come to market. And Alex, the bid is yours. Against you, Sam. Against you, Fred. And we're selling Mr. Branchek for $10 million. Sold $10 million to paddle 718. Congratulations. We thank you very, very much. As Katya comes and joins me, our chairman of the Middle East. Thank you. For those who don't know, a white glove sale is what happens when every single lot sells, and we could not have done it with an exceptional team here in the Middle East, led by Katya. We are so thrilled to be here in Abu Dhabi, and we look forward to our next sale. For those of you interested in jewels and watches, we will see you in New York Monday and Tuesday, and coming up in about half an hour will be the RM Sotheby sale. Thank you very much.
really unique offering. Nothing like that has ever been offered at auction before. I'm just going to be on and off your screen. I hope I don't get in your way too much. Apologies if I do. Sholto behind us is currently reading some terms and conditions that our bidders have to be aware of before the auction begins. So please stay tuned. We've got an auction that is likely to last about an hour and a half, perhaps an hour and 45. There's going to be lots and lots of action. So please stay with us, enjoy it. And I'll be back with you from time to time just to give you a bit of an update on what's going on. So thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to our colleagues at Sotheby's and, of course, the Abu Dhabi Investment Office who have made this Collectors Week sale possible. Thank you to everyone, and I'll be back soon. Thank you.
Car department. And without further ado, we will begin with lot 401. Where is she? Here she comes. Well, here we are. This is the 2016 Aston Martin Vantage GT12. Telephones coming in, as you'd expect, from the limited production of just 100 Motorsport Vantage GT12s. Q by Aston Martin Graphics Pack. Only 373 kilometers on the odometer. And where shall we start? Do we have $100,000 anywhere? $100,000 anywhere? 100,000. Thank you, sir. I have your bid. 100,000. Thank you, JP. Good bid spotting. 100,000. Any more bids now? 100,000. Maiden bid. 120, sir. Against you here. 150. 150. Bids over here seated. 180. 200. Where's the bid? 220. 220. There's two of you on it. 220 here. Try another, sir. Try 240. You sure? You sure? Well, at 220, I'll take a 10 if it helps you. Don't lose it for 10. Try 10. You sure? Well, at $220,000 here on the aisle. Any more bids? At $220,000. Fair warning now. At $220,000. $240,000. You owned it for a moment, sir. At $240,000. Try another, sir. Try another, sir. One more. One more for the road, sir. 240,000. You sure? Try one more. You going to miss it? Try 250. 250, sir. Well, we're at 240. At 240,000. Fair warning to you now, sir. At 240,000. Are we done? At 200. I've got that's with you, Dwayne. Don't bid against yourself. 240,000. Are we done now? You sure? You're going to miss it. Gavel's up. You're out. 240,000. Thank you. Dwayne's bid. Paddle number, Dwayne. Thank you. You'll get used to it. 2057. And well, moving on. Here we are. Lot 402, the 1986 Ferrari Testarossa Monospecchio. Monospecchio is the driver's side single mirror design here. Delivered new to France. And here she is, the Testarossa. Telephone's coming in. Where should we start? Where should we start? Do we have 100,000 online bid? 100,000. Thank you, Jack. 100,000. Any more bids? Maiden bid. 120. I've seen gentleman with the hat at 120. I've got you, sir. At 120. Any more now? Any more? 120. You're bidding 140? 130. Why not? 130 now. 130,000. 130,000. Fair warning. 135? 135, sir. But 135. Yes, come on, my boy. 140. They're all at it now. 140,000. Any more bids? At 140. Try another 5, sir. Try another 5. Yes? 145,000. 145? No, I'll go back to the 140. I'll go back to the 140. Not you, sir. Where's the bid at the back? Got your paddle, sir? 145 standing at the back now. I've got 145. 155. I have 145 standing. Are you sure? I have your bid standing at 100. 150, Kathy, now. $150,000. Any more bids now? At 150,000. Try another, sir. Try another, sir. $150,000. Well, new bidder on the aisle. Thank you. 155. 155. Are we done? Telephones, what are we doing? It's on the aisle. 155. Are we done? 1 second. At 155. Well done, Kathy. Working hard on the phones. 160,000 against you now, so on the aisle. At 165. 165. Man of taste on the aisle here. At 165. At 165. Kathy, we have to speed you along. At $170,000 here. At 170. Well, at 170, sir, try one more, but you will miss it. At 170, last chance to you now, sir. You're saying no. Thank you for your bids. Thank you so much. I know you have it for later. At $170,000, the car is almost sold. 175, new bidder. Sir, did you do that on purpose? At 175,000. Kathy against you. We're going to have some fun, aren't we, sir? At 175. At 180. 180,000. Try another. It's against you. It's over on the phone. It's against you, sir. Try one. 185. 185,000. At 185,000 here in Abu Dhabi. At 185, Kathy. 190,000. 190,000. Try one more, sir. Well, thank you again. Thank you here. Thank you on the aisle. At 190,000. I will call it this time. At 190,000. The car is sold. 190,000.
Right, so we're underway, and the Testarossa Montespecchio, that's just sold really well. We've obviously got a very high percentage of the lots are Ferraris, not unusual for us. Next car, the 2011 599 GTO. Not many Ferraris in history have ever carried the GTO nomenclature. Very, very special car. It's a UAE delivered car. It's beautiful in Bianco Avis. We've got quite a large number of white Ferraris, which is a very, very unusual colour. But we've got a beautiful collection of them that have come in for the sale. So let's see how this does, and I will be back shortly.
Any more bids now? 600 online. 600 online, sir. 700. Thank you. I've got your bid standing in the white shirt at 700,000. At 700,000. Any more bids at 700,000? At 700,000. Dwayne, it's against you on the phone. I'm holding your bid, sir. I'm holding your bid. At 700,000. Any more bids now? Any more bids at 700,000? I do have your bid here. At 700, Dwayne, what are we doing? 750 would be next. 750 would be next. 750 would be next. We're at 700. I'm holding your bid. At 700 now. What are we doing? At $700,000. At $700,000. What are we doing, Dwayne? Yes or no? He's saying no. Well, at $700,000. Are we? New bidder, 750. Thank you, sir. 750. Try another at 750. Try one more, sir. Try one more. We're at 750 on my left. Try another at 750 on my left, sir. Thank you. At 750. 800. 780. 780,000 at 780,000 with you, Dwayne. At 780,000 GD at 780,000. At 780 with Dwayne on the telephone. Harvey, you on the phone on this one at 780,000. At 780, we're holding the bid. It's with Dwayne. You're out here. Any more bids in the room? At 780,000 on the telephone. 780,000 at 780. Are we done? Are we done at 700? 800,000. Thank you, sir. At 800,000. At 800,000. At 800,000.
At 800. At 800,000. Try one more. Try one more. At 800,000. Well, at 800,000. At 800 is against you, Dwayne. I will take 820. Thank you. 820,000 against you now, sir. Over here. Would you like 840? We're at 820. At 820, the car's on sale. Make no mistake. At $820,000. Fair warning. At $820,000, the car is on sale. Ian, you fancy? You already got one, probably. 820,000. Are we done? At 820,000, I will sell. I'll take a small one anywhere. But we're at $820,000. The car is sold. 820,000. 2051. Moving on, lot 404. The 2006 Ford GT this time, and a US market GT, and it comes with the deluxe Marty report. Remarkably, ladies and gentlemen, remarkable, only 111 kilometers from new. Just a little bit of just an addendum. We do have to read them out. We do have to read them. Please note this lot has entered the UAE on a temporary import bond, which must be cancelled either by exporting the lot outside of the UAE on approved bill of lading, with supporting customs documentation, or by paying the applicable VAT and import duties to have the lot remain in the UAE. Please also note this lot will return to Kuwait immediately following the sale in order to conclude the local deregistration formalities. As such, there will be a delay to the successful bidder being able to arrange collection of the lot from our local store. Well, what should we say, ladies and gentlemen? 200,000 anyway? 200,000. Thank you. Well, two bids. 200 I've taken standing. 220. 250. I'll come back to you, Jack. At 250. 280 standing. Standing. 280. Sorry? 300 with our president. 320 with Jack. There's 5, 6 of you on it. 320. 350. 350 seated in the blue. 380 I've taken standing at 380. You coming back? I've got 380 standing. 111 kilometers from new. 380 standing here with Duccio. Duccio, your bidder. 380,000. Any more bids at 380,000? Where's the bid? Seated. 400 now. 400,000. 420,000. 440,000. 460's next. 460 would be next. 460. 460, 480, we'll keep it in 20s, 480 now, at 480,000. Are we done? Where's the bid? Seated again, $500,000 now, at 500,000. We'll keep it in 20s, ladies and gentlemen, 520 now. Thank you, sir, you've been with me right from the beginning, at 520. Try another seated. You sure? Well, thank you for your bids, thank you very much. At 520, I've got the bid standing against you here, against you on the deck, at the desk. At 520, I will call the car. At $520,000, it's holding your bid at the moment, sir. At $520,000, the car is.
So here we are again. I've just come in live because I thought the hammer was about to come down on the Ford GT. It's still going, but currently at $540,000. So it's doing extremely well against estimate. I will let you enjoy the rest of this lot. I will come back. The next lot has been withdrawn. So the next lot that is going to be selling is lot 406, and that is the Porsche 911 reimagined by Singer. Okay, the gavel's come down. $540,000. So, as I say, the next lot's been withdrawn. So now we're moving on to the 1991 Singer 911, reimagined by Singer. It is what is known as the Abu Dhabi Commission. So this was commissioned by a local client here in Abu Dhabi. It's now offered for sale. It's a beautiful car, an absolutely stunning colour. Delicate blue paintwork over a saddle sand interior. The interior was over $207,000. It really is a beautifully specified car. So let's see how this one does.
Singers are becoming incredibly collectible in the car collecting fraternity. Here she is, the Abu Dhabi Commission. And what shall we say? Telephones being connected as we speak. And what should we say? Do we have 600,000 anyway? 600,000. 600,000. Thank you, sir. 600 I've taken. Maiden bid. 600 now. 600. Any more?
700.
700 online. 700. Try another one, sir. Try another one. 700. At 700. What are we saying? At 700,000, I've got the online bid. At 700. 750 with Harvey Stanley, Director of Private Sales. 800 with Jack Little, Private Sales, all the directors. Here we go. 800. Any more now? At 800,000. $800,000. $850,000. It's all on the telephone desk.